by, and so my brain is in a bit of a fog since Friday night and Saturday, so a lot going on. Plus, we have all these wonderful awards. So I'd like you, at this point in time, this is the only concert where we do this, we'd like you to stand if you're able, take off your hat, and please rise for the national anthem. In our program. How about a hand for our drum line right there, guys? So for those of you that are new to our concerts here at Flathead High School, at least for band, this is not your typical concert if you haven't noticed already. So it's going to be pretty bombastic. It's going to be kind of loud. It's not going to be very balanced in terms of, like, we talk about balance a lot, where you can hear all the instruments. So you're going to hear a lot of drums. You're going to hear a lot of cool stuff. It's stuff that really should be heard outside. But the whole purpose of this concert is to wrap up our season and also get some of our non-marchers involved too, and get some of our parents involved, and hopefully get you excited about our upcoming concert in December, our holiday concert, which is one of our favorites and has a lot going on in it. Jazz band, 3 concert bands, percussion ensembles, yada, yada, yada. It's a lot of fun. So, with that, I'm going to go to my script now. So, here we go. We're going to try to keep this within an hour, and let's see what happens. Don't time me, okay? Be careful. All right, for most students, the marching band season goes by way too fast. Oh, percussion, at ease, have a seat. Percussion, at ease, have a seat. For most students, the marching band season goes by way too fast, and for others, they cannot wait for it to end. However, I think all students agree that there are many aspects of marching band that make it worthwhile, such as the performances, the main reason we practice so much. We performed a total of 9 times in the span of over 2 months. That's including the Fair Parade on August 8th, which many of you might recall. And if you count tonight, it will be 10. Yes, 10. I will now list every performance. You might be amazed. Friday, August 8th, marched in the Northwest Montana Fair Parade on Main Street. Friday, September 12th, the infamous night of too many suspensions of a football game due to lightning. Let's see. Although we did not play halftime, we did at least play 2 parades. to the stadium, play a few pregame tunes, and perform the national anthem. Coming week, which was September 22nd through the 26th, we had 4 performances. Those 4 performances were the homecoming pep assembly, which was on Tuesday, the homecoming parade, which was on Wednesday, the traditional parade through the FHS hallways led by our drum majors on Thursday, this is personal favorite, by the way, and the homecoming football game and halftime show, which most of you saw. After that exhausting but fun week, the band had performances on Saturday, October 4th. And last Friday, October 10th, we performed our field show at the senior night football game. Then, University of Montana homecoming parade in Missoula last Saturday, October 11th, which, by the way, was incredible. Check out YouTube, type in University of Montana homecoming parade 2025. We're about 50 minutes in, and then check all the other bands out. We're the last marching band to perform. Check all the other ones out. You'll be impressed. You're the best. Seriously, no bias here. And finally, we are here tonight with the final performance. At this time, I'd like to introduce our FHS drumline. All students in the drumline are also enrolled in a band class called Percussion. This class meets separately from the regular band classes to ensure percussion students get the attention they deserve, teach them proper technique, and a variety of other percussion instruments, and enables them to prepare percussion ensemble music. In schools in which percussion students are mixed with normal band classes, the percussionists often get overlooked by their instructors. As a result, they get bored, often get into trouble for not paying attention, or goofing around since they are not getting the information instruction needed to inspire them, challenge them, and help them to improve. In concerts throughout the rest of the school year, the percussion students will also perform in regular bands and also in percussion ensembles. They are a busy group, but I honestly think they have the most fun. Yes? No? Yes, okay, good, okay. Thank God. The typical high school drum line will have a combination of snare drums, quints, also known as tenor drums, bass drums, and cymbals. Please note, and I'm going to have them stand up here in a second, that the bass drums have different sizes for lower and higher pitches. Here at Flathead, our smallest bass drum is 18 inches, followed by 20-inch, 22-inch, 24-inch, and 26-inch. All right, now I'm going to have each of them stand up, and I want you guys in your position as I have you stand and wave your arms so everybody can see you. So the first one we're going to mention is Dylan Townsend, snare drum, a senior. Josie Anderson, snare drum, junior. Cheyenne Gallardo, snare drum, sophomore, but he's not here. Isaac Slama, snare drum, sophomore. Alyssa Barker, snare, sophomore. All right, got some fans there. Oliver Cummings, cymbals, freshman. Michelle DeYoung, cymbals, junior. Michaela Mitchell, cymbals, a junior. Aiden Talley, cymbals, freshman. Brooklyn Bowen.
What up, dude?
Section leader Quince Jr. Holy Bridge, Quince sophomore, not here tonight. Sick. Ocean Asno Morales, bass drum 1, a junior. Melody Hannis, bass drum 2, a junior, section leader. Emily Bansack, bass drum 3, freshman. Grant Miller, bass drum 4, senior. Oscar Downey, bass drum 5, a sophomore. And we got 2 more handsome devils down here. We got Broden Deschamps playing regular snare drum, coming on up. And freshman Bradley Halter, also on normal snare drum. Here we go.
Very good, kids. Very
Ladies and
good.
gentlemen, your 2025 FHS drumline. Give me a hand, everybody. Drumline, set. Drumline's gonna play a piece for you that they enjoy. It's called Chow Line. In case you're wondering, the students are chanting, hey, ho, go Braves, go. You can hear better outside. The second groove is called Get Off the Dat. And you're going to hear these students yell, get off the dat. We don't know what they're getting off on the table, the bed. I'm not sure. Get off it.
You're so welcome.
Right, one more time, come on. All right, Addie's drum line, have seats. Right.
These kids are awesome.
In order to properly prepare for these performances and present our school and our band program in the best possible way at the beginning of the year, which is very challenging, by the way, we had to start the season early, as most of you know. Last summer, on Wednesday, July 30th, our season began with a new student day to help ease our students into the rigors of marching band. Then, from Thursday, July 31st to the following Friday, August 8th, from 8 o'clock a.m. to 3:30 p.m., except Saturday and Sunday, because I'm not that cruel, the students worked on music and drill. After the camp, rehearsals were scheduled twice per week for the remainder of the summer and after school started. We did accomplish everything. We actually accomplished everything we hoped to accomplish this year. I think we did this time, for real. Is that right, guys? Yeah. Every year, I ask this question, and this is the year we actually accomplished everything we set out to do, which is pretty awesome. Everything from our choreography to our entire show. Oftentimes, we have to cut our shows short, or we just don't get everything learned. This time, it actually happened. We had time to actually clean things up and make it look good. So, yeah.
Woo!
I'll say this, we came the closest ever thanks to an exceptional group of student leaders, and I mean exceptional. This year, this is the best I've ever seen in every program. I came from, my first job was Judith Gap School for 4 years, then I went to Havre, I was at Havre for 11, built the marching band program there, and then I moved up here and kind of had to build again. I mean, Mr. Alan Slater was a fantastic teacher, but he had a different style, and we just had to kind of rebuild it, and here we are now. It's been amazing. So the student leaders really have a lot to do with that. And the proof is in the videos that I'm going to share with you, not this week, because I'll be gone the rest of this week starting tomorrow, but I will share a folder with all you parents and students that you can check out all of our videos throughout the season, including that YouTube video I just talked about of the U of M parade. And speaking of students, I'd like to introduce our section leaders who act as positive role models in attitude, work ethic, musicianship technique, who truly made this season the best I have experienced, as I've mentioned. I could go on and on. Please stand and wave, and stay standing as I call your name. Here we go. And wait until we get through all the section leaders for each section, starting with flute section leaders. Senior Jake Malone, Senior Keelan Moore, and Sophomore Audrey Rasmussen. Clarinet section leaders, juniors Essence Burdick and Ez Tyler. Saxophone section leaders, senior Robert Fitzpatrick and junior Justin Dennison. High brass section leaders, juniors Jacob Brock, Alexa Carell, and Jack Provo. Low brass section leaders, smile low brass, senior Gavin Adcock, senior Emma Sawyer, and junior Aiden Sebo. Percussion section leaders. I didn't catch the first two snares when I was doing the introduction. Sorry about that, guys, but here we go. Now it's going to happen. Senior Dylan Townsend, snare drum. Juniors Josie Anderson, snare drum. Brooklyn Bowen, Quince, and Melody Hance, bass drums. All right, another hand for our section leaders, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. You may sit down. Okay. There are two more students at the top of the heap, and literally at the top of the heap, who lead the band in our public performances, paint the lines on and maintain our practice field at Hedges School on a regular basis. They almost every week they've gone over there and painted the
Sounds
lines.
like a proud mom in the
Robot
comments.
do it first, and then they promised, the school district promised they would come back and do it, and they forgot, I guess. I guess they didn't know we needed it done as often as we needed it. So these guys have been going back and forth and doing that all the time. I don't even know if the students know that. So pretty cool. They've just been amazing in that regard. They help clean the drill during rehearsals, cleaning the drill, making it look better. Encourage and model the band's esprit de corps. I mean, there's just so many things that they do to make this program better, and they're a reflection of what my philosophy is, and then some. They actually help me out in such a great way. I'm speaking about our exceptional drum majors. First, I'd like to introduce our assistant drum major, which at FHS we uniquely call drum minor. Like, minor major scales. That was the students made that up last year. We were keeping it. It's unique to us. Drum minor, he will take over the drum major position next year. He's a very hard worker, an exceptional musician and student. Please give it up for Eric Benson. And our final and second drum major is a senior per tradition, who is also a very hard worker and exceptional musician and student, who has been the best example of leadership. Please give it up for Mr. Dalton Hauser. All right, second row, you have to move your stands back towards you. Front row, you're going to have to move your stands back. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 drum majors, right here.
Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's kind of funny about that is that he never ever dropped his mace until tonight. All right, let's get to more music, everybody. The students love the tunes that we play out of what we call our flip book, and we use that during the pep band season. And for new parents, freshmen, and things of that nature, pep band is extracurricular, it's not required. This is the only requirement for band, which is marching band. So for pep band, we'll have a sign up for every game. So that sign up sheet will be passed around the week before a game. We try to recruit as many students as possible for that. So we're playing some tunes out of the flip book that we played up in the stands for a football game. So the first one was chosen by our drum major Dalton. I asked him to choose today. And that song is called Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
They forgot to get up. Kids are funny.
And we had first period symphonic band, our top concert band, choose the second tune. We did not play this in the stands this year, but it's one of our favorites. It's a long one. It's by Kansas. It's Carry On Wayward Son. Glad we had some fans out there for that song. It's one of my favorites too. All right, at ease, clean percussion, just stay where you're at, okay? So we're going to be right into the show here pretty soon. All right, around the end of May, the students helped choose the marching band's field show by popular vote. So, and last year, our band board, which I'm going to introduce a little bit later in the program, they're the ones that did a whole survey, a Google survey, sent out to all the students. The students chose different tunes and themes from that survey, and then our band board last year spent literally about 3 to 4 hours after school one day, screening through every single one to find something that would be a few shows that the students could choose from for the final vote. So they came to this one. So the theme for this year's show was the nasty 90s, referring to alternate and grunge rock trend of the 1990s. All tunes are now considered classics, which is kind of scary, actually.
I know.
It's by American punk rock group, although it was released in 2000. The ending of Smells Like Teen Spirit was composed by Dalton Hauser, and the title he gave it was Stinks Like Adolescent Emotions. Pretty good, pretty good.
Are we still
and
live?
Now we present our field show live for one last time, the nasty 90s. Take it away.
Jennifer, are you there? connection a minute ago.
Oh, one more hand, guys. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Okay, now the people in the balcony are not going to like this, but I'm going to tell you a little secret. The best place in this auditorium for sound and for viewing everyone is the balcony. The balcony. Yes. Sorry. Yes. I did this last year too, and I got a lot of. I love you too. Thanks for coming. All right, so now we're at the awards portion, and before I announce all the marching band awards, I would like to first mention a special honor given to students every year in the state of Montana to show their hard work truly pays off. This is truly one of the highest honors in the state. I'm referring to the Montana All-State Band, Choir, and Orchestra Festival, held during the third week of October every year in conjunction with the Montana Music Engineers Convention. This week, last June, over 1,000 high school students, musicians from across the state submitted an audition recording in the hope that they might be selected for one of the honor groups previously mentioned. The audition material is very challenging, and this year I had 10 students record and submit an audition. Only 4 were selected. The following students will perform in the 2025 Montana All-State Festival in Great Falls this week. Please stand and wave and remain standing as your name is called. And Junior Eric Benson, All-State Band, Clarinet.
Oh, good for you.
Another junior, Jacob Brock, All-State Band, French horn.
Oh, good for him.
By the way, this is his 3rd year in a row in All-State Band, and he made All-Northwest Band last year. Oh, 2nd year, never mind. 2nd year, and he made All-Northwest last year, so congratulations to Mr. Jacob Brock.
Good job.
Next is Junior Jack Provo, All-State Band, Trumpet.
Good job.
And we have senior Emma Sawyer, All-State Band, tuba.
Good job.
All right, you may be seated. Between Flathead and Glacier High School, we have our orchestra 4 band, and then you do the math. Okay, they will depart at 11:45 a.m. on Wednesday, then the students will be a better musician. When you come back, you're really inspired and really raise the level of the program when you go to this thing. It's really amazing to represent with other students who are just incredible musicians who earned a spot in this. So it's pretty cool. Next year's festival will be in Bozeman, Western All-State, and then also students next year can try out what happens every other year. And that is huge because in all 5 states, it shows every single recipient of the awards tonight. So I'm going to be reading some comments that the students wrote about each of these students. None of this has been edited. So I'm going to do my best to edit as we go, because you'll just never know what you might read. So it could be quite fun. Now, I did kind of skim through it. I think we're okay. So we're going to start with freshman most improved. And we have 4 students. I'm going to start off with Mr. Oliver Cummings. And here's what the students wrote. And by the way, some students have a lot more comments than others. It's not because they didn't have a lot of votes. It's because they had a lot of votes. Some students just didn't comment. So here we go. I'd like to nominate Oliver Cummings for all his passion and enthusiasm for marching. I understand it was not ever easy, but the last person I would expect to complain would be Oliver. I watched him get better and more energetic the most he understood. He has a love for music and was willing to put in the work to get there. I am so very proud of him and I can't wait to see where he goes. Another comment, Oliver is a good student. Over time he has kept himself going. And
Are we still connected?
Oliver has done a super good job all year on getting everything right and learning things and being on time, even when other symbols are not on time. Oliver is pretty cool too. He's been super focused and works incredibly well with the rest of percussion. He has been incredible about the forms and marching in general. He is also a great positive person to be around. Seems like he knows his counts and remembers what to play. That was one comment. I chose Oliver because he learned his music, responded very well to directions, and was a really big help to the other symbols. Congratulations, Oliver.
Good job.
The next freshman recipient of Most Improved is Rosalie Erickson, alto sax. Where's she at? Oh, stand up. So great to see you.
Jennifer,
Wait,
are
wait,
we
wait,
still
yes,
connected?
okay. Yeah, I'm like you. I don't like to be recognized, actually. All right, she started out very shy, and throughout the season, she improved greatly in her marching skills and really found her place in the band family. She works really hard and tries to get along with everyone. Because, I'm reading comments in a row, so. Because I saw the improvement and potential in Rosalie, and what I thought she would accomplish was a small fraction of what she actually was able to do. Congratulations, Rosalie Erickson. The third freshman most improved is Liam Morales, trumpet. First comment, he is good at knowing his limits on playing and to just count. Second one, Liam has improved a lot and put in effort. Liam Morales. The fourth one is Kinsey Perlu. All right, there's a whole dissertation here, so hold on to your seats. Works hard, first comment. Second comment, Kinsey has done so good. She hits all her dots on time and is great overall. I can't imagine getting to marching band later in the season. She wasn't at camp, but it sure did seem like it. I don't know what that means, I'm just kidding. Okay. Kinsey has improved greatly throughout the season. To begin with, Kinsey wasn't at marching band camp when we learned how to march, or for the show, drill, and our music. Instead, she was just thrown into the chaos one day after school. After being given a quick brief on marching techniques, she was then tossed straight into a box drill and then drill for our show. When Kinsey joined, we no longer had any specific positions in the show for a person to march, so she was tasked with following the leader and creating her own spot in each picture with the help of section leaders. Not only did she do a wonderful job of learning technique and drill, she also always had a smile on her face while doing so. Parents, is that true? Did she like that at home? Okay, just guess. She was very positive even though she was doing what she was doing was very challenging. Kinsey joined marching band late and did not attend camp. Next comment, last one, but was able to pick up fundamentals of marching technique, drill, and music. She shows up with a spirited attitude and has been a true addition to the band. Congratulations, Kinsey! And next, we move on to sophomore, most improved. Here we go, the first one is, and there are 4 for this one as well, Alyssa Parker, snare drum. I voted for Alyssa Parker because she put in a lot of work and dedication to catching up after not being able to go to camp and adjusted beautifully to moving from Maine to Montana. Her old school only had a great marching band, and I couldn't be prouder to see how much she's grown and learned in these weeks. I've met an amazing person and started a wonderful friendship because of her can-do attitude and perseverance. Second one, I chose Alyssa because she did not know anything about what we were doing at the beginning of the year, and now she knows almost all of everything, and she even had to play on an untuned, used, abused snare drum. And in all caps, I also realized, as I was putting Alyssa in for most improved, I saw my own name, Slama Isaac, or Isaac. Crash cymbals. My name is not spelled with 2 S's. And I am also not a crash cymbal, sorry. She started during around the middle of the season, and she pushed pretty hard and practiced so that she could catch up, and she did. She was also tons of fun. Alyssa has done an incredible job this marching season. She moved all the way from Maine to here, and her previous school did just parades but not halftime shows. She was also unable to attend marching band camp. Even though all these things were against her, she did amazing. She worked very hard to catch up and to get to where everyone else was. She learned her drill and music very well as a whole new way of marching, and always had a positive attitude, even when she got hit in the face with a snare drum. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa Barker. The second recipient, sophomore of Most Improved, is Chris Cox. Chris used to not show up to a lot of band practices, but now he is showing up to almost all of them. That's the first comment. Second comment, actually a nice guy. I may be wrong. Third comment, I chose Chris Cox for Most Improved because he started late in the season and he has improved a lot. Or at least I want to tell myself that. The last comment. As a sophomore, you're expected to be mature and a role model to incoming freshmen because they look to you as being the most relatable. That's it. Okay. Congratulations, Chris Cox. Oh wait, that was for another person, sorry. All right, congratulations, Chris. The next person is Davis Kubai. Now I'll read the comment for Davis that I was reading for Chris. Chris, it applies to you too. Okay? As a sophomore, you're expected to be mature and a role model to the incoming freshmen because they look to you as being the most relatable. Davis is great at being that type of person. He is a great addition to the saxophone section, and let's be honest. What's there to hate about the guy? He marches great, he plays fantastic, and he's nice to talk to. One thing I love is his 6'7" shear. 10 out of 10, I would recommend to Mr. J. So there you go. There's Davis Moore. Davis is a good role model. It's not more. Davis is a good role model. He's been a good representation throughout the season, and his marching and snappiness has been very good. Another comment, Davis was able to learn a new instrument in a few weeks and be a great person to those around him by helping when able. He plays the bass clarinet. Davis Kubai, he only recently started playing the tenor saxophone and he picked it up very quickly. Davis is also an amazing person, let alone a great marcher. He has a fabulous personality and always willing to learn and thrive. Davis started with the clarinet, switched to the tenor sax, and has been amazing at it. He always strives to be better and learn new. Finally, Davis picked out different instruments super quick and is a great model for all people and is good at what he does. Davis Kubai. The next person. Some people like to sleep in, haha. Okay, it's Aiden Skinner's Euphonium. All right, very cool. He has done a lot for the band and he tries very hard to be good at his part. Coming from near empty euphonium section, lacking a section leader and lots of the direction, low brass he has had in the past. Aiden has really started to improve into that marcher who can be all those things for students to come. I remember watching him during camp and finding every time we were called to attention, he would stand with his toes apart and feet never quite together. But every attention, since his musicianship, technique, and of course, his stance got tighter and tighter. Go Aiden. Next, for him, I chose Aiden to get this award because he went from never touching an instrument, this was a year ago, to being able to march a whole show and memorize the music very well. He has improved since marching band camp. He was seemingly quite timid towards the start of the band, and it seems he's really finding his spot. He listens and is someone that is on the rare occasions we work together. He was super receptive and really wanted to know the reason behind so we can improve. Aiden first started out on euphonium last year and has been making so many improvements. I think that is really cool. He's getting better each day. Smiley face. Aiden Skinner, everybody. All right, now we're off to junior most improved. Here we go. Josie Anderson, bass drum. Josie Anderson, snare drum. My bad. Josie Anderson, snare drum. I'm so very proud to call her my best friend and even more lucky to get to work with Josie this year. She found her voice and kept her section in mind, along with helping them and others when she could. She was always in the zone and knew where she was at and what she was doing. She is a phenomenal human being and very much deserves this award. Josie has improved a lot and has done super good all year. There has been so many times when Josie unexpectedly had to be center snare and had no practice or anything whatsoever, and she still managed to make it through the whole things, even when Dylan's, who's the lead snare, was gone because he was sick quite a bit. This time she had to be the center snare. She barely knew the tap-offs or anything, but in the end she made it work and she did a really good job every time for having no practice. I think Josie deserves this award because she started snare this year and is so talented and amazing at what she does and practices super hard and is altogether an amazing person around. I think Josie will be a great recipient for this award because she was able to learn all the tap-offs for everything in one day and overall did better for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Josie Anderson, snare drum. The next person is Ocean Asma Morales, bass drum 1. Ocean just started bass drum this year after doing cymbals and is doing very well. I chose Ocean Asma Morales because she joined percussion last year, and honestly, look up to them. They really are talented and make me wish I joined earlier. And that is Ocean Asma Morales. Congratulations. The next person for Most Improved Junior is bass drum 2, Melanie Hance. All right, she continued to improve throughout the March season and always kept the bases in line. She adapted well to the section leader position and did a great job. Melody did great this season. She has thrived and grown. Marching bass drum just seems really difficult, but Melody always putting others before herself to make them feel comfortable and prepared. Melody has did a good job as bass section leader, and she has improved a lot this season. Surprised that she can go to a section leader this quick. Okay. All right, congratulations, Melanie Hance. Up forward, final junior is Alex Sloan, most improved clarinet. Alex has really started working harder during practice. He's a lot better than he used to be. Alex started out as someone who didn't know anything about the clarinet, and now he works his way up to being in symphonic band and a pretty good clarinet player. As someone who joined band in high school, watching Alex grow is a great joy for me. I remember way back in middle school watching him during his concert days and watching him mouth his way through songs as compared to the band student he is today. In every band related, he really tries and is amazing to see. From his makeshift mom bags for the girlies, to the squealing clarinet that sits in the front row, Alex has really grown on not a member of the band, not just musically, but through his integrity. As a leader among his peers, Alex continues to grow every chance he gets. With his fellow clarinetists' essence, it's hard to find a moment where the two of them aren't absolutely busting it down in the stands together. Alex brings so much energy and genuine care to the band and has found true avenues to grow, and he has fully followed this year, and I can't wait to see where he goes from here. Alex has constantly been improving this year. He started to take percussion and is very passionate about music. He's had perfect attendance all marching season, including camp. He's always hyped in the bleachers and encourages everyone to dance and have a good time. I noticed that his playing has gotten a lot better and that he has been practicing and is climbing up in skill even though he started late on his instrument. Alex Sloan on clarinet. And now we're at the senior, most improved. Here we go. Derek McDonough, alto sax. I'm going to skim through this because, golly, it's long. Derek has really improved because he's never played the saxophone before or marched at the beginning of the year, but he did super good in all of our things we did. He gave me rides to practice in his cool car, almost every practice. And he showed up to most practices. It's really nice to have him drive me, and I really enjoyed having him take me to practices, and that was awesome of him. He is in beginning band too, but he is super good at marching, and I feel like he is most improved because he's improved so much. Derek went from being an accordion player, which he still is, by the way, not being able to march or play a woodwind, to being a great addition to our show and always being able to give people rides to rehearse every week. Wow. This person always worked their hardest to do their best. I chose Derek McDonough for the most improved senior because he has improved so much, because even though it's his first year marching, there's not a single difference between him and the other seniors who have marched at least 2 or 3 years or more. Derek will probably deny everything I'm about to say, but just trust the process. Derek joined band to play his accordion and was sort of roped into marching band. Even though this is the first year Derek rehearses and performs with this much gusto as the other upperclassmen, he made more friends really easy and fit into the band program well. I will say that as the season progressed, he started to have more and more fun and enjoyed himself. Way to go, Derek. Congratulations, Derek. And by the way, there's still like 3/4 of a page left. I'm not reading the rest. I will share that with you, Derek. You can read it yourself. And the last person for most improved seniors is Grant Miller. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, less comments does not mean they got a lot of votes. This kid got a lot of votes. Some people just don't comment. So here we go, Grant Miller. This is bass drum 4. Grant tries really hard, has been super confident in what he does, and has been super great to be around. He has been improving a lot throughout the season, even with his rock band. They're good. They're really good. You should check them out. Where do you guys play usually? Just go to Big Fork. Okay. What? The Garden Bar. Yeah. He has been improving a lot throughout the season, even with his side band, and he did really well on bass drum. He showed up in practice, which was great. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant Miller. All right, we're almost here, guys. Now we have outstanding freshmen. First, we're going to start off with Philly Banzak. All right, first comment, finally based, NGL, which means not gonna lie. Finley, cool, second comment. I must be like a caveman writing this or something. Finley, cool. Next one, I chose Finley because whenever I saw him, he was doing the right thing. He really worked hard all season and never complained. He counted loud and respected leadership. Finley is really good at playing his parts and doing everything right, and he always has been since marching band camp, and he's really cool to be around, and he's chill and an awesome friend as well. And that's why, and by the way, it's spelled that's THA''TS, why I voted for him. I chose Finley for this award because he always had a great attitude and was very friendly to everyone. Finley's super cool, is good at playing already, and I didn't even realize that he was a freshman. Whenever I found myself around Finley, he always has a smile on his face and is ready to work. This amazing attitude is shown not just through his facial expressions, however, as the work is evident in his technique and musical ability. As a new marcher, being strapped to a bass drum is a difficult task, but Finley handles it wonderfully and has found his place among the band as a great marcher and dedicated musician. And there's more, Finley, but ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Finley Banzak. We have one more outstanding, and for freshmen, it is Veda Kaufman, trumpet. Veda Kaufman, in my opinion, not mine, somebody else's. She'll get this because she has always been doing what she's supposed to and can play very well. She is good musically and good at staying in tempo and figuring out if she is wrong. Veda has been so committed the entire season, has been such a great contributor to the band. Veda is sounding great. She's a really energetic and great marcher. I love how she takes marching band so seriously. We need more people like her. From the start, she's been a great learner. She picked up the technique right away and has been one of her best attitudes all season. Ladies and gentlemen, Veda Kaufman. Next, we have outstanding sophomore. First of all, Logan Allery, trumpet. Take it easy, trumpets. Oh my goodness. Okay, Logan has always been respectful and disciplined. He counts loud and is friendly with everyone. Logan is very good. He knows his parts and knows when to start and when to stop. That's always important. First of all, he does jazz, so he's cool in parentheses. Logan is someone who takes pride in what he does. When he's playing in class and performing in a stadium full of people, he's locked in and got things done how they should be. He's always ready for any constructive criticism and takes it with the mindset of improving himself. He has to be the best trumpet I've ever heard. Logan has consistently been one of the loudest, most enthusiastic voices of the band, especially when counting, and he has shown good and consistent technique throughout the year. Logan did a great job this season. He worked very hard to learn his drill and his music, and it shows. He performed exceptionally well in every halftime performance as well as in each parade. His technique is great, and he's always counts loud when he's asked to count in practice. In fact, he's one of the loudest counters in the world. Obviously, he counts very loudly. And there's more, but let's give it up for Logan Allery. The second outstanding sophomore is Tavia Davis on flutes. Alright, first comment. This person is really encouraging to me. Tavia Davis, she's happy to help anyone who asks her. Tavia's always on point and seems she's very helpful. She obviously has such a passion for marching band, and it echoes throughout the people she has supported. Awesome person. Congratulations, Tavia Davis on flutes. And the last outstanding sophomore is Audrey Rasmussen. Audrey's really good at flute and piccolo, and I wish I was that good, and she's a cool and fun person. Audrey, you are my successor, and I know you can do it. I wonder who's talking here. You're going to be an incredible section leader. You know what you need to do. And how it should be. Always reach out to me if you need help. Always. I've seen such a growth in maturity and skill from you, sorry guys. And growth and skill is crazy because you have this pure talent for what you do. I never realized how similar we are, but now that this season has ran its term, you are not just my successor, you're my twin and one of my best friends. You've done so well this year, and I know you're going to be great, and the flutes will be in good hands. Never lose your spirit and your passion, and please, never feel like you're not enough to lead the section. You can do it. Oh, okay. All right, congratulations, Audrey. Now, outstanding juniors, and there are a bunch. Oh boy, here we go. Clarinet, Eric Benson. Throughout the past marching band season, no matter what, Eric has always been there, lighting up the mood. He's done such an amazing job as drum minor. I can't wait to see him grow as drum major. I'm very proud of Eric overall. Eric is one of the most inspiring and amazing people I have ever met. He inspired me to join band, and he's just the GOAT. Eric is a super good drum minor, and he's really good at doing what he does, and I can't wait to have him as drum major next year. Eric helps people and is always so hype, and he gives super good speeches to the entire band all the time, and it makes the band feel better, and he's a super good leader or someone to look up to because he's good at doing what he does, and so is Dalton. Where's the punctuation? Come on, you guys. Okay. Eric Benson has been the spirit of the band. He has devoted countless hours outside of official rehearsals to set up and take down equipment, practice his maze routines, and conducting, and think about the best ways to help the band improve. His speeches at the end of the rehearsal and approachable leadership style have bolstered the morale of the entire group and helped the band bring energy in both rehearsal and performance. No joke. So at the end of every rehearsal, we always gather together, we have a little wrap up, okay? And usually like Dalton goes first and then I'll go second. We always wait till he's last because his speeches like make us all look terrible. They're so good and they're just, I mean, they'll inspire all of you. Eric should just give a speech right now. Just kidding. Okay. All right, congratulations, Eric Benson. Our next outstanding junior is Brooklyn Bowen on quiz. This person is always on top of it. Cool person. I choose. Brooklyn is a great section leader and works very hard. Brooklyn, you've gone through so much and you're still so resilient, strong, and amazing. You're so involved at the school and you've remained so dedicated and you never give up. I'm not even a percussionist.
Sun's dying. Have a good
I so admire
time.
your skills and I know that you're going places.